THV 11 breaking news now.
We're breaking at the top of the hour a new report from the state health department revealing more details on how a woman died at the Pine Bluff Aquatic Center.
Yeah, according to Environmental Health Services, responders found 84-year-old Iredale Collins unresponsive in the whirlpool. That contradicts the original Pine Bluff police report that said she died in the main pool. The report also indicates the whirlpool, filtration system, and gauges were all out of compliance with health codes.
However, the report ruled out what it calls unordinary factors that may have contributed to her death.
We are also following a developing situation in Northwest Arkansas. We want to warn you, the video we're going to show you here might be disturbing.
Yeah, it's inside the Sebastian County Jail from about a year ago, and it has the attention of state police. As you can see right here, it shows deputies repeatedly hitting an inmate, and it's now at the center of a lawsuit. Convicted murderer John Anthony Cole is the man suing the sheriff's office over there, claiming multiple deputies violated his rights.
But the sheriff's office says the video doesn't show everything. They're responding by claiming Cole stabbed 2 deputies and later bit another on the hand before they started hitting him.
People need to be interviewed. Videos need to be looked at. Both videos before, during, and after. Because that's transparency, and this matter deserves transparency.
That is Sheriff Mike Conger. He says Cole demanded $10 million from the county prior to that video appearing online. Cole reached a plea deal for his role in killing Jeremiah Hawthorne back in 2021 in Fort Smith. The agreement sentenced him to 200 years in prison, including for the stabbing of those deputies. He had also been convicted of murder in Arizona.
The heat and humidity made a comeback to Central Arkansas on our Wednesday. Temperatures topped out into the upper 80s to low 90s, and that's where we stand right now. It's 90 in the capital city, 91 in Conway, 90 in Arkadelphia. Have a mixture of sun and clouds around the region, so the chance of a stray shower very, very slim. With that humidity, it feels like 98 in Little Rock, feels like 103 in Arkadelphia, and it feels like the century mark in Searcy. But there is a wind from the south-southwest that's been kicking into gear quite a bit. We've seen gusts as high as 20 to 25 miles per hour. Here's a radar loop. A very slim chance there could be an isolated or stray shower into South Arkansas, but all the action happening here into Illinois, Missouri. We've got tornado watch boxes in effect, along with current severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings as well. This front is headed in our direction. It will lose a lot of its punch, but it will introduce the chance of showers and thunderstorms as we go into tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. First in North Arkansas, and then that'll build its way into Central Arkansas. Hot and humid once again tomorrow with those forecast heat index values close to 100, actual air temperatures into the low 90s. I'll have more on the chances of showers and thunderstorms on the increase as we go into the weekend coming up.
No, it's not final. It's a memorandum of understanding. And if I don't like it, we'll go back to shooting at them, dropping bombs on their head.
President Trump speaking this afternoon, just days before a deal to end the war with Iran is set to be signed. And though he also says it's not yet official, the administration has released details of the agreement. So let's get you caught up on them. The memo has 14 points setting the parameters of how the countries have agreed to immediately end all military operations, including in Lebanon. That last part has allies in Israel upset as they worry about threats from Hezbollah and their fighters there. But the big item for us is getting the Strait of Hormuz opened again. And after that, both sides are supposed to discuss plans to dismantle Iran's nuclear weapons program. But as we said, Israel has concerns, and so do lawmakers on Capitol Hill. Critics there want more information on the lifting of the sanctions on Iran's economy and possible relief funds.
Well, here's the thing. For now, though, it's expected to be signed Friday. And the hope for many is that if it is, gas prices will return to their pre-war price. But in speaking to experts, there are mixed reviews.
Crude oil has been falling enough that we should see for the next few weeks prices continue to come down, contingent upon the news continuing to be good.
I just don't see a scenario under which both crude oil prices and gasoline prices fall back to the pre-war levels anytime soon.
According to AAA, millions will travel for the 4th of July holiday, even if prices stay where they are, with most hitting the road starting as early as next weekend. And tonight, new drone video shows what's left of a Russellville restaurant after a massive fire that burned for hours with smoke and flames visible across town. Check H Grill and Buffet, now reduced to rubble. THV 11's Maya Ellison shows us the aftermath and hears from someone who made it out of the fire just in time.
This is all that's left of the Check H Grill and Buffet. As community members say, this building has been standing for about 40 years. With the loss this massive, they tell me that everyone is feeling the impact.
We lost an institution in the city of Russellville.
You can't drive down Main Street without passing the Check H Buffet and Grill.
It was buffet style, and food was always good, service good.
The restaurant, once the city's Western Sizzlin', has been a go-to spot for everyday diners and passerby. That was until Tuesday evening.
Yeah, we got the call about 6:52, almost 7 p.m. yesterday evening. Upon arrival, we did see some active smoke coming from the structure.
Assistant Fire Chief Richard Sidian says crews immediately shifted to defensive tactics to battle the flames. Video shared with us by the owner's parents shows Russellville firefighters, along with neighboring departments, working to put out the fire.
Probably took around 4 hours to get it under control.
One customer, Richard Hartness, says he was dining inside when the chaos started.
And then all of a sudden, some of the employees started hollering, "Fire, fire, everybody out." Well, I ran to the door, and I made a really good doorstop because everybody else was exiting the building.
Now, despite the destruction, no one was hurt, but the loss is hitting the community in another way.
Well, the reality is 40 people woke up without a job today.
Russellville Mayor Fred Teague says the city moved quickly to help. Officials are working with the restaurant's owner to support employees and even their families.
There are fundraisers going on to where you can give money that will help pay the bills of these people until they secure other employment. But we will come back. Russellville is strong, we're resilient, and we'll bounce back, and we're going to support these families.
In Russellville, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
Well, the cause of the fire is under investigation. We've posted ways you can help on our website. That's THV11.com.
Proposed rules that could change what children have access to at public libraries could soon go before lawmakers, despite sharp criticism from members of the public.
The Arkansas Library Board and Department of Education have proposed placing limits on where so-called sexually explicit books can be accessed, hoping to keep them out of the hands of children under the age of 16.
Yeah, the policy would use federal guidelines to determine how explicit the materials are. Libraries that fail to comply could lose state funding. Critics say the rules are just attempts to get around similar state laws that have been blocked by a federal judge.
We would have to review every item in our collection, which physically at the Fayetteville Public Library, that's over 300,000 physical items. We would have to scrub them for sexually explicit items, sexual images of genitalia, a number of things. We see them as being extremely onerous, and it would create challenges, especially for smaller libraries.
Well, the public comment period ran out on Monday. The Library Board says the Library Board still has to vote on the rules with their next meeting set for August. Lawmakers will have to then sign off after that. A proposed animal control law in Saline County is one step closer to becoming official. It's been a hot topic since the death of a 15-year-old last year. A committee was formed by County Judge Matt Brumley earlier this year, and today they unanimously recommended the law that would create harsher penalties for violent or what they consider out-of-control dogs to the quorum court. Carter Threet will have more on what's next tonight at 10.
Well, you'll have to keep that rain gear close by as we go into the next 3 days. I think the best chance of more coverage of showers and thunderstorms will be happening on Friday or Juneteenth. You notice the temperatures back off into the mid-80s. I'll have a look at future radar and talk about how much rain we could see coming up.